Hello, Louisiana brandy tasting videos. Sorry about that. They're having a little get together next door post Hurricane Ida. Trying to relax. Everybody's stressed out. Can't think straight. Can't do Dawn Busters live because there's no internet connection, so I'm just recording these on the camera and I'll upload them as time permits or access permits. This is going to count for, so I did the Tuesday video already. This will count for the Wednesday video. Okay, so I have Delacour, Napoleon Brandy VSOP. The lighting is terrible because I have no lights, no electricity. I got these candles. Not the best, but it's all I got. And it's not even 6 o'clock p.m. This was $11.99 for a liter at Savannah discount. I've got Pale and Old Brandy Sainte Louise. It's like a blend of different brandies, 3 to 10 years old. And so it's got no age statement because I don't want to call it a 3-year age brandy when it got 10-year age in there. So I also bought this at Savannah discount and it was a little cheaper than normal. It's about $20.99. Usually running about $24 for the $7.50. And I got the Ciroc also at Savannah discount for $29. Everybody else got it for $34. All right, well, let's check it out. I think Delacour is going to lose. It's cheaper, but it's not bad actually. A lot of New Orleans French Quarter restaurants like Broussard's, Galatoire's, Muriel's uses Delacour as their, if they're using brandy in cocktails, their happy hour cocktails, for whatever reason. I know that because I did a search for Delacour brandy and these restaurants kept popping up. Antoine's also has that, I believe. Carousel Bar. Now I don't know if Antoine's Hermes Bar has that. It might. All right, but a lot of them do. Okay, so you say why? Did they have a special arrangement with Delacour, meaning Luxco? Probably. Did they use it because it's cheap? That's probably the real good answer. But the funny thing is, you know, there's a lot of cheap brandies. You could use E&J, Christian Brothers, Paul Masson. So, but for whatever reason, they use Delacour. Introduced in 1988. Brandy Sainte Louise, headquartered by people in Texas, but their brandy comes from different sources in France. It's produced for them. It's only been out since 2018, but the lady that owns the company said she took an old, out-of-date, out-of-copyright 19th century brandy label and used it for hers. Something that had been discarded. And she said she was trying to make, Ricou Spirits was trying to make something that would be ideal for cocktails and for cooking. They don't really focus on sipping on the website, but it's good for that because I've been sipping on it off and on. D for Delacour, all right. Well, I need a little bit more Brandy Sainte Louise. This is being recorded on September 1st, 2021. The hurricane hit August 29th and 30th, going into 30th. A lot of destruction around here, incredible destruction. Doesn't look like the main part of this house got any leaks, but the back porch, front porch is pretty bad off. And, there's no more wooden fence. All right, well, there is. It's just on the ground. Shed's got it. Well, anyway, this is not about who got what damage. There's a lot of that. They're both copper. Brandy and cognac brandy is allowed to have coloring added, so it's not uncommon for caramel color to be added. So these are not always that dark, just resting in a oak barrel for 2, 4, 6, 10 years. They give it a little extra help, like they do with Crown Royal Canadian whiskey too, by the way, apparently. Yeah, it smells kind of like oak. Gotta get away from these candles. Yeah, standard grapes, grape skins, oak barrels. These brandies, you can pay a lot, a medium amount, a small amount. They kind of tend to taste the same, smell the same. It's your money, do what you want. Now, do they have some peculiar, off-the-wall, and odd brandies that don't taste normal? Yeah, Hartley VSOP. They talk about on the website drizzled rum cake. Yeah, well, it tastes like they're adding some kind of rum flavoring, which apparently is allowed. It's unique. And believe it or not, Hartley seems to sell. This one has a more pronounced oak aroma, and I think that must be because it is aged longer. In the French, where they use Limousin oak barrels, so it must be containing some 10-year-old French brandy, which is telling me it must be the Brandy Sainte Louise. Let's go with the taste. Cheers on this hot, humid day with all the windows open. Basic. I mean, if you've had brandy, it's got a wine taste, but it's liquor wine. You know what I'm saying? That's what brandy means. Brent wine, Dutch burnt wine, meaning they distilled wine, made a liquor out of it. And then in America, they used grain and made whiskey. You know, grain brandy, basically, where this is grape whiskey. Same basic goal. Alright, so that tastes like the Delacour, I think, I hope. I mean, that tastes like the Brandy Sainte Louise, I meant to say. Because it got the oak. This is more the toffee. And so that's the Delacour. So Delacour is fine. Alright, probably would be more suitable for cocktails because it's kind of basic. They say it's VSOP, very smooth oak ale, meaning 4 to 6 years, probably invariably just 4. But there's nothing bad, off, or offensive about it. It's just basic. Now, if it was a VS, it would be hot, you know, kind of rough around the edges and hot. The 4 to 6 years, as opposed to 2 to 4, probably 2, it kind of softens up the heat, the hotness. But it's not fantastic. Where is it made? I know it's bottled in St. Louis, Missouri by Luxco. Where is it made? This I do not know. Would not be shocked if it was Glenmore. Well, no, Glenmore doesn't do distilling. They only do rum distilling at this time. Well, maybe it's Bardstown, Kentucky, Lux Row, I think that's in Bardstown, and could be Sazerac doing it for them. We don't know. We'll never know. I don't think Midwest Grain Products deals with brandy. I think the Wine Group and Constellation Brands in New York State do deal in brandy, although they let the aging, they contract out to Sazerac, Buffalo Trace, and Barton 1792 for the aging, because they got so many barrels, and apparently excess barrels. The wood, the oak, is much more noticeable here. It's an intense, deep, strong vanilla oak flavor, which would make you think of bourbon in some sense of it, in the sense meaning the oak but no char really. But so what I pay $20.99, not the normal price, it's higher than that, versus the $11.99 for a liter, $7.50 a liter, not the normal price either, cheaper than normal. It's probably even more like $14.99 for a liter. Let me take one more sip and see if I would. Like, see how that's going to pan out in about an hour. I think I would pay the extra $11, even though you get less volume. It's just a nicer, more developed flavor. But if you're looking to save money and you say, well, is it a good substitute, the Delacour? It is a great substitute. So you're getting less, but you're paying a lot less. So it's could be something to balance out, assuming I have it right on the taste challenge. It is. D for Delacour. Okay. So what do I have to remember? Toffee, 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 caramel, toffee, caramel. Improper, I suppose, for a brandy, but I'm tasting it. Maybe viewers say, "Oh no, brandies can have toffee, caramel." Okay, but that's a definite character here. So I was thinking for a second, is that a Hennessy character also? Because you can kind of see where they're going with the label, so makes one wonder. Anyway, I got it right. I haven't gotten it wrong yet on these taste challenges with Delacour. Probably will happen soon, I guess, but I hope it doesn't. I hope I go 100% correct. Got the Ciroc. It won't beat Ciroc, sorry. Martell, no. Ain't gonna happen. Oh, you said, but that's a VSOP. Martell is a VS. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen. Martell's gonna kill it. This is something they gave me. They were at the party. They were like, "We're never gonna drink this." I was like, "Well, where'd you get it?" At an estate sale. I said, "Well," she said, "I paid like $1 for it. It's almost full." The cork was corrupted, of course, so, and a lot of it had leached out, evaporated, like from here down. We got the cork out. We had to put it through a coffee filter and get the cork out. But it looks like it's from 1954, from my best estimate. Biscuit de Bouche, Biscuit de Bouche. I don't know what that means. Cognac, France, from General Wine and Spirits Company. Ooh, New York, New York. In other words, a subsidiary of Seagram's, who went out of business in the year 2000. But I'm going to do some research on the biscuit. See what I can find out. I tasted it. I thought it was all right. My friend across the yard, he used to be across the fence, but he said, "Ugh, it's terrible. It's too hot. It's too strong. It's killing my throat." I said, "No. You're not used to brandy, you know. You don't have a taste for it." So he would admit that too. So anyway, that's it. Nightfall is approaching, and got no electricity. And a whole lot else to do. Go listen to the radio like they did in the 1940s. My father says, "Yeah, I remember as a little kid, we'd sit around the kitchen table listening to the radio." They didn't have a TV until 1950. They bought the first TV. And then they had friends they never knew they had. All the time friends all over. Alright, thanks for watching this video taste challenge.